Religion. It's a huge topic, and it really is a founding principles of a lot of different things that societies have. If you look, a lot of our laws actually come from the world of religion. You have this profound aspect of, we believe this, and once you have a large group of people doing that, they elect people that pass laws that are based upon that founding concept. Pretty much every single religion really discourages theft, you stealing from other people. Well, now we have laws that reflect that belief of the people itself. You see, it plays a profound impact not just on an individual, but also on society as a whole. It even plays such a profound impact that people are willing to die for their religion, to the point that we've had wars, and some of the aspects of the wars, even the wars today, too often hinge upon the fact that you have this, we believe this, they should die because they don't believe this. This is a powerful topic, and it will always be a powerful topic because it really affects people's very soul and spirit, and they feel so strongly that our faith is so here, and you, because you don't believe this, you're wrong. You'll have that coming across too often, or a lot of proselytizing where people are trying to convert people from other faiths into their faith. I'm not certain anything is wrong with that, except for the fact that when it rolls into the workplace, who's ever in charge of employment law, they're also in charge of making certain that religious discrimination doesn't occur. So with that, the government set forth a section of Title VII to deal with this. To fail or refuse to hire or discharge any individual, by the time you're all done, I'm not going to read the whole slide to you, you're capable of that, but such individuals' religion. At the end of the day, you have to sit down and make certain that everybody has the ability to live with their own religion, provided it doesn't interfere in the workplace and provided it doesn't interfere with other people's right to have their faith also in their own religion. It's when they overlap into those areas that we have problems, and that's why you're taking this class, part of it, to make sure we don't do that. So let's take a look at this. When you talk about Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, it's been amended a couple times, but that said, a major part of this was originally race, but it also was about religion. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Here's a picture of the number of adherents to all the different faiths across planet Earth. There are lots of them. You'll see some of them exceed even into the billions, and you'll see with that aspect of it, if you have people coming into your place, you want to make certain that they're comfortable and that we don't put something upon them that'll sit down and make them uncomfortable. So with that, here it is in the United States, a further breakdown where we have from the year 2020 as to who admitted on a poll as to where they stand on different aspects of it. So the freedom of religion, a lot of people originally left Europe and came to the United States because they did not feel that they could practice their religion there freely without persecution and sometimes even imprisonment, because governments would try to impose their own religious beliefs upon them. So we have what's called an establishment clause. We made certain that we had a Bill of Rights that we created that was actually made to be a separate part of the Constitution, and right in there in the first 10 that we had from the original writing of it, it really gives a prominent place there about people being able to exercise their religious faith within the United States. So you have all kinds of different aspects with opportunities. You'll have claims, they're relatively small and protected in regards to others, but we've had a lot of cases recently dealing with religions that are not traditional Western values. So you look at the aspect of the Middle East, Southeastern, Asian aspects of it, you'll see different things coming across the United States where they're dealing with the aspect of religious freedom. Now, I don't travel a lot, but when I do, I like to get involved and talk to people. I totally enjoyed the people of Egypt. Frankly, they were friendly and they have a cultural aspect of being very open and very generous in their culture. I enjoyed it. I was a little bit surprised, though, when a friend of mine who was a dual citizen of Egypt and the United States pulled out her driver's license And on her driver's license, they have a line there that everybody's supposed to fill out. It has religious faith. She had to put her religious faith on a driver's license, leading to the fact that people could discriminate against her based upon her religious faith. You know what? That's one great thing about our country. We really do focus in on freedom, and that includes freedom of religion. That would never happen. Wait a minute. I hope that will never happen in our country. We'll look at a couple cases here where we see government actually trying to intercede and supersede religion, trying to impose their own beliefs on other people, and we'll see that aspect of it. In the EEOC Compliance Manual 2008, claims of religious discrimination doubled from 1992 to 2007, especially after 9/11. We really talk about being religious pluralism, trying to make certain that we address everybody's needs, but once again, they should be in their lane and not interfere with other people's practice of their own religion. Here's a couple over here. This took place in California here when our governor in California decided that he would tell churches that they had to close their doors because of COVID-19 restrictions. Now, in hindsight, we can look back upon the aspect that, number one, a lot of the different things we implemented for COVID-19 simply weren't scientific. They were opinions that weren't validated by science. But in the aspect here, the aspect of you may not meet as a church, they were sued, and over here the Supreme Court affirmed that the governor of the state of California or the California government did not have the authority to close the doors of churches because of their perceived aspect of COVID-19 and its impact on there. Frankly, it was interesting. You couldn't go to church, but I recall during that time period going into Lowe's and Home Depot and being part of a line of 15 people, and everybody had a mask on except for the fact that I could go buy stuff in a huge store but not go to church. I know there's people argue about that, but that is the world that we dealt with. Here, just recently in the aspect of 2024, we have 2 cases filed with Harvard University over perceived anti-Semitism. I kind of thought the day and age of persecution of people of a faith, especially the Jews, would never happen in the United States, and here we have them sued over it. We also had a lot of difficulties recently over conflict of people over the Jewish faith. Here we have the state of Washington just proposed in this year, 2025, that the priest during a confessional period would have to report to the state any type of child abuse made during the confession. It doesn't take a rocket science to know that this would violate part of the precepts of the Roman Catholic Church that was established since 1215. This is not new. It's a matter of, geez, let's go back and let's do some church things and make them do what we want them to do, not what is part of the church. If the priest does disclose information from the confession, they would face automatic excommunication from the church. So now we have the government still reaching over into the world of religion, trying to control everything from the aspect of the evangelicals over here to the Jewish faith and to the Catholic faith right here in this century. Wait a minute, in this decade. That's a crime, literally, because the courts have said this is a violation of the rights, and hopefully they'll continue that as well. Religious discrimination is alive and well. It's also against the law. We have a history of allowing religious diversity, provided it does not infringe on the rights of others, especially in the workplace. Make certain you're paying attention to people if they bring something forward where they feel that their religion is being singled out and being focused as being discriminatory, but make certain that we treat everybody with equality in this aspect of it. It should not interfere with the workplace. It should not interfere with other people's own religious beliefs as well. Take care.